Previously on my video, I talked about the area under the graph from x equals to 0 to x equals to 1. So the function is a curve, y equals to x squared is a parabola. So the area, the shape, the region is not a triangle. So the base times height divided by 2 is not going to work. But I divided the region into 4 pieces with equal width. Now, the question is, how do we approximate the area of a strip? Okay, so there are a couple ways to do it. I am going to introduce the first way in this problem. So in this video, which is called the left rectangle method, or some people call this the left sum. Okay, so for the left sum, we want to start at the leftmost point. Okay, so let's write this down. Start at the leftmost point, which is, if you look at the picture, which is a 0, 0, right? Okay, so this graph, I have a parabola from 0 to 1. I am using 4 strips. Okay, sometimes the question might ask you to use 6, sometimes might use 8. In this video, I decide to use 4. How many strips do you have to use? You have to read the problem. Okay, so how do you divide this into 4 equal pieces? So first, I make a cut right in the middle. That is 0.5 or 1/2, and then between 0.5, I have 0.45. That is 1/4, and then this is 0.75, which is 3/4, right? So instead of using 1/2, I will just use 2/4. Okay, so the next part is something that you have to pay attention to. I am going to change the color to give you a better comparison. So left rectangle, I want you to look at the leftmost point, the left side of the graph. Can you do that? Look at the screen. Look at the left side of the graph. Where is the starting point? From 0 to 1, the left. From x equals to 0 to x equals to 1, where is the left? All the way to the left, which is at 0, 0, right? So before we, okay, I can do this right now. I can put a 0, 0 right there, and then let me make the cut. So this is 1/4, and then we have a 2/4, and then we have 3/4, right? Okay, now starting at that point, look at the pink point I drew on the picture. So, and then you should align to the left, from left to right. So the first line is right here. And then you are done. Now, we just stop at 1/4, right? Now, pay attention. When x equals to 1/4, what is y equal to on the curve? When x equals to 1/4, where is the point on the curve? That is right here. Okay, should align to from left to right, and then line them up for me. So at this point, do you see that I just create a rectangle right here? All right, so we stop at 2/4. When x is equals to 2/4, 1/2, what is y equal to on the curve? That is right here. When x is equals to 2/4, should align from left to right, and then you can draw a rectangle. So that is right here. When x is equals to 3/4, that is where y equals to, should align from left to right, and then line them up. So this is your 4th rectangle. I just said 4th rectangle. Why 4? I saw 3. The reason is the first one, the line right there, has no area underneath the line that counts as a rectangle. The thing is, the height of the rectangle is equal to 0. Okay, so the first line right here, the line of that rectangle is equals to 0. Now, I want to ask you another question. The biggest rectangle right here, what is the area of this rectangle? Simple geometry question. The area is equals to the base times height, right? So the base is equals to 0.25 or 1/4. That is the base. How tall is the rectangle? It's not it's a geometry question, simple algebra or elementary algebra. When x is equals to 3/4, the height is determined by this, right? So that means this determines the height. When x is equals to 3/4, y equals to, all you have to do is you plug in 3/4 to the function. Why is this a square? Look, f of x is equals to x squared, right? When x is equals to 3 over 4. You plug it in, so that is 3 over 4 square. You don't need to tell me what that equals to, just 3 over 4 square. So this is the area of this rectangle. All right, now the next thing that I want you to do is, what is the total area? So the total area, let me follow the color code. So since we are using pink to do the job, then we use back to pink. So this is how I write the math. So this is a left sum. I start with LL stands for left, and then how many strips, or you can say how many sub interval. Okay, so this one is 4 strip, right? You can say 4 sub interval. How many sub-intervals did I use? 4 is determined by the problem. So L4. So what is the first rectangle? The bold pink line right there. So that is the base. The base is 1 over 4 times the width. How tall is that? You plug in the initial point, the 0. So that is 0 square, right? So this is f of 0, which is equals to 0 square. And then the next one right here, how wide is that? That is 1 over 4. How tall is that? That is determined by this point. So all you have to do is you plug in the function, you plug in the value to the function. And then the next one, 1 over 4. How tall is that? That is 2 over 4 square, this point right here. And then the last one, the base is 1 over 4, the height is 3 over 4 square. And then approximate that. That gives you a 7 over 32. Some people asked me this in the past. There is an easier way to do it, because look, right here, this is 1 over 4, 1 over 4, 1 over 4, 1 over 4, right? Some people figure out that it is easier to factor out the 1 over 4, so we can do the plug-in inside the function, right? So you can do f of 0 plus f of 1 over 4 plus f of 2 over 4 plus f of 3 over 4. And then square, that is equals to 7 over 32. So and then you plug it in. So 0 square is equals to 0, and then 1 over 4 square, and then 2 over 4 square, and then 3 over 4 square. Oh, let me fix my mistakes. This is not right. We do the square inside. You can keep the square for the 0. So overall, if you approximate that, that is approximately equals to 0.21875. So that is the area under the curve. Now, let me ask you the next question. Is this accurate? Is this the exact area under the curve? The answer is no. So let me switch to another color. So this is not the exact area. This is an underestimation. How do I know? How do I know that this is underestimation? Because this is, you have to use your eyes to look, to check it out. So go back to the graph. Do you see that every time you do a rectangle, you miss some area in here, 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 in here? So since you miss those areas, the answer you got is not the exact answer. This is only an estimation. Since you miss this area, the green area right there, then this is an underestimation. All right, so that is how you do the left rectangle method. So let's review this again. When you do the left, you starting at the very left hand side. Every time you draw a strip, you go from left to right, starting on the left, all the way on the left, and then you go from left to right. You can write this down, starting all the way on the left, and then every time you draw a line, you go from left to right. All right, so that is how the left rectangle method, the left sum, works. In the next video, I will talk about the right triangle method, which is the right sum method. All right, I see you all in there. Before I close this video, if you think my instruction is helpful, click the like for me, subscribe to my channel. Anything you wanted to say, let me know in the comment section below. Appreciate your help and support. I see you all in the next video. Signing off for now.